What do you do when you fall asleep? Do you dream? Are you flying through the skies? Are you with the people that you love? Are all your aspirations coming to reality? Now, have you ever woken up back in that world? A day or weeks later, you go to sleep and you end up in that same world, where all the people that you met and all experiences you had are continuing on as if you never left. If you've had this happen, it's amazing. If you haven't, hopefully one day you will, because it's somewhat of a blessing. Now, what if that world was a nightmare, where all your fears and anxieties come at you at all times? Well, then that's more of a curse. Now, what if that world was both a nightmare and just a normal dream, where the people and experiences you have are amazing, but you're scared of what lies underneath all that? For the past 6 years, that's what I call home when I sleep. A place where the laws of physics don't exist, where people live in suffering and pain, where some people are good, some people are bad, others cause harm and do horrible things, where the things in this world are amazing and brilliant, but some I do take for granted. This is where I go home this is what I do when I sleep. When I originally woke up here, I was scared. My now best friend seemed to almost kill me. Luckily, someone was there to save me and help me out, and quickly told me what this road was. The land of the dead. A place where if you die and someone up there doesn't know if you're either good enough to go up or bad enough to go down, they put you here. People of this world live in constant fear. There's no established religion. So you don't know if the thing that you followed your entire life was just false. You were never right in believing that. Not to mention that when you come here, you get a power based on how your life was. Most people only know how to use that power to harm others because before I showed up, a government system was made based on how much harm you did would equal your social status. It's horrible. People live in constant fear of what others around them would do and what exactly should they believe in. It really questions your morals. Not to mention that you can die again. This throws people's realities into a mix. They question God. They question life itself. There's two types of people here. You have those that know how they died, that have to live with the fact of how they died and try to put that into their lives. Then you have those that never know how they died, or they died in their sleep, in a coma. They have to now question how they died, why they died, and they're thrown into a lot more chaos than most other people. When I first showed up here, I immediately felt the weight of my shoulders would equal to a 1-ton truck. I mean, everyone I met seemed to be in suffering and pain, but there were some good people out there. Some people that the more I've talked to them, the more experiences I've had with them, the better this world has been for me. For example, I met a man named Lucas in the first few months of this world. He dreamed of stardom, he wished for fame, and he was almost there until a man mugged him in an alleyway and he used his final words to curse him out. Then he spent a few years in this world trying to get to that same stardom he once had. Then there was a man named Bruce, who, after a long 13, 16-year battle with depression and anxiety, took his own life. He now has to live with the fact that he was wrong in doing that he left his loved ones behind in order to move forward in what he hoped would be a better reality. I know that he regrets it every damn day of his life. But who knows? This is all a dream, right? It's REM sleep. You know, the part of when you sleep, when your brain processes everything that you do during that day, all your thoughts, all your memories are processed. but you don't really remember what you did during your dreams. You may have some vague memory. Remember eating something maybe, you remember touching something, you remember smelling something. Hell, you may even remember feeling pain. But you don't remember the exact feeling. It's not a memory for you. But that's the difference between your dream and my dream. I remember everything. Pain, touch, sense, smell. I remember pain even. When I first showed up here the first few days, I was in terrible shape mentally. I was feeling the pain of almost being killed. I remembered my reality being thrown into a mix. I didn't know what to do. I questioned God, I questioned reality. I felt lost. The only thing I dreamed of was getting out of my own dreams. Luckily, that's changed. The more and more people I've met, the more people I've talked to, the better it has seemed for me. Where now, I don't question anything I do in that world. Where I'm now in love with it more. Where I see it as more of an escape from reality than kind of a curse. It's more of a blessing for me. Where I know if I'm having a bad day on either side, I know I can go visit the other one. It's a stress reliever for me. Where now I know that on either side, whenever I'm asleep or awake, I have people I love, family, friends, people that will help me out whenever I need them. But whenever I explain this to someone, they're always lost. They're confused. People never know what they would want to do in this situation, where if you're questioning your own reality and you end up in a dream continuously for the 6 years, you wouldn't know what to do. So I'll pose that question to you. What would you do? What would you do? What world would you choose to be real? A dream one where, yes, you have a superpower, but yet you live in constant fear of what will happen around you. That there are people out there who can help you, but who knows what you'll find. Then there's this one. The world that you're most familiar with. The world that you remember the most of. Where, yes, there's still a lot of questions on what will happen to it, and you don't know where you're going to go, but you can rest easy knowing that this is reality. So, what would you choose?